Well, it's Saturday afternoon, and I have a brief period of spare time. I decided it's time to refit the fuel tank in red. It's been long enough. It's nice and clean on the inside now. All of that mud has been removed. The mystery mud, I should say, because I still don't know where it has come from. This is how I left it hanging up to dry for about 3.5 weeks, maybe longer. Time flies. I'll just turn it around and show you what it looks like on the inside. So there's a bit of surface rust in there, but overall it's not bad. At least 99% of the mud is gone now. So hopefully I won't have issues with the fuel pumps struggling and basically pulling a vacuum in that suction hose, which is what was happening before, and then the engine was stalling. I've done a reasonable job at cleaning out this strainer. Bear in mind, this was brand new, like 1,000 kilometers ago, and all of that mud clogged it up pretty badly. So I'll just screw this in while the tank is out of the car. It's so much easier doing it then. And reinstalling the tank is actually incredibly easy. It just drops straight in place, and then you just put those 4 nuts around the outside once it's in its final resting place. And that's it there. All 4 nuts are installed. The wiring for the level sender is routed correctly, so now it's just a case of dropping that in. And that's as easy as it gets. Screwing the cap on is easier said than done when you're holding the camera in one hand, but yeah, it's not hard. And once again, the same adjustable crescent wrench I used for putting in the strainer, I just used to tighten that up as well. And that's looking all nice and neat now. It's just time to put that grommet around the filler neck. And that's still got silicone grease on it from the last time I installed it. And that should just press straight in. Once again, this would be easier if I had both hands to use. But you get there in the end anyway. It's a bit strange how the inner diameter doesn't seal tightly against the neck. I'm not sure what's going on there. It's a bit loose, but hopefully that's not too much of an issue. Of course, the final touch is to put that fuel cap on. I then wanted to reinstall the lining because I'm sick of it sitting around. That's a pretty easy job and very rewarding because it looks nice and neat once that's in there. It actually looks like a car again. I've done this so many times now I can probably do it blindfolded. Unfortunately, one of the spring clamps broke for the fuel return hose to the bottom of the tank, so there will be no driving of red today. I have to go and source some new spring hose clamps to put on there. The other side went on easily, and that's all attached now, all looking nice and neat. And I'll just put that plastic cover on and call it a day. I will have to return to this later. And yes, I did see there is some wetness at the fuel filter. And that's one of the Chinese copper crush washers leaking slightly. It will seal itself, no doubt, with the amount of crap that's in this fuel system. And that's it for today. Next time I come back to this will be with some new hose clamps. And I'm only going to fill this up from jerry cans from now on. I'm not going to monitor the fuel going in there. If I see dirt in there, then it must be coming from the car somewhere.